Welcome back to the BHS Blue Book video series. Today we have the math department with Mrs. Kramer. She's going to be telling us all about the different type of courses that you can choose in that department and some of the different pathways that you can choose within it based off of what level of math you're trying to achieve. So let's jump right into it. So Ms. Kramer, what kind of courses do you offer in the math department?
We offer everything from Algebra 1 all the way through AP Calculus BC. We've got statistics courses for AP and traditional, and we've got things that are going to prep students for college and career readiness on both sides of that.
Okay. So looking at the courses themselves in each pathway, can you kind of explain the different levels of math that you would expect to see in each of the pathways?
So if we're looking at an honors pathway, those are going to get you ready for AP courses, which are going to be college equivalent courses that you can take at high school and earning the college credit if you pass the AP exam in the end. Those courses are really good for college-bound students. And then if you're not on the honors track, those are going to be our traditional courses. Those are also great for college-bound students, but those are going to be good for students just going into career or military after graduation. If you want to go, if you're on a traditional track, you can still get onto the honors track. You're just going to need to talk with your math teacher about specifically what does that look like for you as an individual.
Okay. So you have a lot of variety with the classes. Say just with the traditional track, what kind of classes would they expect to see along the traditional class, and what type of math actually falls into those courses?
Those are going to be your Algebra 1 and 2. Everybody gets geometry no matter where you are. And then after you finish Algebra 2, you have some options. You can do college algebra, or you can go into statistics, or if you really love math and you have enough time in your schedule, you could do college algebra and statistics courses. And we've noticed that in the past, most colleges have required a college algebra as a general ed course, but we've seen a lot open up to statistics courses. So even if you just have that exposure at the high school level in statistics, then when you get to college and take it, it's not going to be quite so scary.
Okay. And then so kind of branched out from that, the honors track is just going to be more like the AP level of almost the same type of courses?
Correct. But instead of doing college algebra, you would go into the pre-calculus and the calculus courses. So the rigor or the challenge level is going to be a little bit harder there. And so those are going to be for people who are going heavy into math, science. Depending on the medical field, you might want to see those courses.
Okay. And so you said make sure to double check with the teacher,
Correct.
Before, because you might want to mention, what your future is going to look like. And they may help you, or they may say, hey, you know what, let's not do all this high level math. If you're planning on doing something different, maybe you should focus on X, Y, or Z instead.
Right. The best at the end of the day, just having a conversation with your current math teacher, or if you don't have a good relationship there for whatever reason, go to the math teacher you had previously, or even both math teachers to get feedback. And we always have those individual conversations and look at what are you going to do after graduation, and is this course a good fit for you? We also have conversations of this course is too easy for you. You really need to challenge yourself, or vice versa. That might be a little too challenging considering everything else you've got going on in your day. Why don't you consider this other course, and you'll still be equally prepared after graduation?
So let's see, I think you've kind of covered everything. Is there anything else that you would want to mention about any of the math courses before we close out, or?
I think the biggest thing that all math teachers are going to tell every single student is don't skip a year. We're moving into where we need 4 math credits, so that's going to take that out of the equation coming up. But for now, when students look and they only need 3 credits, are tempted to skip a year, and then they dive back into math in college and they're lost. So no matter what that looks like, talk to your math teacher, but don't skip that 4th math.
Just out of curiosity, so the 8th grade students that are taking the algebra down there, is that still going to count as one of the 4 for their high school credits?
So I actually know, because my daughter's in this situation, the students in geometry as 8th grade right now, that one is going to count. Okay. So those incoming freshmen who are in geometry currently, that'll be one of their 4.
Okay, good. Because I know that we'll probably have some incoming freshmen that may have that question, to make sure that that's still counting as part of the high school level requirement of 4. So that's good to know.
So things change rapidly, but right now it's my understanding that the Algebra 1 at the middle school counts as an elective credit. Okay. And then the geometry is going to count as an actual math credit for this year's 8th graders.
Okay. So that's very good to know, to make sure that you pay attention to that whenever you're signing up for your courses. Talk to your math teacher, even at the middle school, before you choose what you're going to take at the high school. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. So I think that's going to wrap up our math portion of the BHS Blue Book video series. Thank you for watching, and happy